In a world where the boundaries of science and spirituality blur, where the cosmos whispers secrets to those who dare to listen, we find ourselves drawn into the extraordinary journey of Rae Dove. Picture this, a woman whose life has been a tapestry woven with threads of struggle, illness, and an insatiable quest for healing. Rae is not just any ordinary person. She is a beacon of hope, a soul who has danced with despair and emerged with a profound understanding of the universe's mysteries. Her story is not merely about physical ailments. It is a testament to the power of consciousness, the uncharted territories of the mind, and the enigmatic presence of extraterrestrial beings. Rae's life was once a cacophony of pain and suffering, a relentless cycle of doctor visits, medications, and the heavy weight of unfulfilled dreams. She battled chronic illness, a silent war waged within her body, leaving her feeling like a ghost in her own life. But Rae was never one to surrender to the shadows. Instead, she sought answers beyond the confines of conventional medicine, venturing into the realm of the unknown, where the extraordinary awaited. It was during one of her darkest nights, when the stars seemed to align in a cosmic dance, that she first felt the stirrings of something greater. It began with a dream, vivid and surreal, where she found herself floating in a vast expanse of shimmering light. In this ethereal realm, she encountered beings of pure energy, their forms shifting and pulsating with vibrant colors. They communicated not through words, but through feelings, emotions that surged through her like a tidal wave, washing away her fears and doubts. In that moment, Rae understood that she was not alone. She was part of a grand tapestry that connected all living things, a thread woven into the fabric of the universe. The aliens, as she would come to know them, were not here to invade or conquer. They were healers, guides, and guardians of a wisdom that transcended human understanding. Awakening from that dream, Rae felt a shift within her. It was as if a door had been opened, revealing a pathway to healing that she had never considered before. She began to explore the depths of her consciousness, delving into meditation, visualization, and energy work. With each practice, she felt her body responding, the pain ebbing away like the tide receding from the shore. It was a gradual process, a dance of surrender and acceptance, but Rae was determined to uncover the truth behind her experiences. As she continued her journey, Rae discovered a community of like-minded individuals who shared her passion for exploring the intersection of consciousness and healing. Together, they formed a collective, a tribe of seekers who believed in the power of intention and the ability to connect with higher realms. They held gatherings under the stars, where they would meditate, chant, and open themselves to the energies of the universe. It was during one of these gatherings that Rae experienced a profound breakthrough. As she sat in a circle, surrounded by the warmth of kindred spirits, she felt a surge of energy enveloping her. It was as if the very fabric of reality had shifted, and in that moment, she was transported to a place beyond time and space. The aliens returned, their presence palpable, and they began to share their wisdom. They spoke of the interconnectedness of all beings, the importance of love and compassion, and the power of the mind to heal the body. They urged Rae to embrace her role as a conduit, a bridge between worlds, and to share her experiences with others. With newfound clarity, Rae returned to her life, transformed and empowered. She began to document her journey, writing about her experiences, the techniques she had learned, and the profound connections she had made. Her words resonated with others, igniting a spark of curiosity and hope in those who had long given up on traditional healing methods. Rae became a voice for the voiceless, a champion for those who sought alternative paths to wellness. As her following grew, so did the skepticism. Critics emerged, questioning her sanity, dismissing her experiences as mere delusions. But Rae stood firm, grounded in her truth. She understood that healing was not a linear path. It was a labyrinth of twists and turns, a journey that required courage and vulnerability. She welcomed the skeptics, inviting them to explore the depths of their own consciousness, to question the limitations imposed by society. Rae's story is not just about healing, it is a call to action, a reminder that we are all capable of tapping into the infinite potential that lies within us. It challenges the status quo, urging us to look beyond the physical realm and embrace the unseen forces that shape our reality. In a world that often feels chaotic and disconnected, Rae's journey serves as a guiding light, illuminating the path towards self-discovery and empowerment. As we delve into the film Alien Healing, we are invited to witness Rae's transformation, to experience the magic of her encounters with the extraterrestrial beings who have become her allies in healing. We will explore the depths of consciousness, the power of intention, and the profound connections that exist beyond the veil of our understanding. This is not just a story about illness, it is a celebration of the human spirit, a testament to the resilience of the soul, and an exploration of the limitless possibilities that await us when we dare to dream beyond the stars. So, join us on this extraordinary journey as we unravel the mysteries of healing, consciousness, and the cosmic connections that bind us all. Rae Dove's story is one of hope, transformation, and the unwavering belief that we are all capable of healing, not just ourselves, but the world around us. In the vast expanse of the universe, we are never truly alone. We are surrounded by love, light, and the whispers of those who have come before us, guiding us toward our own healing and awakening.
Part of this experience with the ETs has a lot, for me personally, with spirituality, because it all resulted in a huge spiritual awakening. And connecting the dots, many ETs are involved in helping to awaken humanity. Some get experiences of seeing UFOs without the spiritual aspect, and many others, like me, are having spiritual experiences. And I think in part that is to help us understand that they're not here to invade our world, that they are good people. So my first experience with UFOs was, or I'm not going to say UFOs, ETs. Well, I'll say UFOs because in 2009, I had a sighting, and this sighting was one day before I had a serious work injury that changed the course of my career. I was a muralist. I painted huge murals in Los Angeles. And my wrist was giving out. It was a weak wrist. And it just popped the day after this sighting, which I feel like I'm connecting the dots, and this had something to do with it, with what was coming. So that first sighting was not a star. It wasn't a moving star. It was actually up close. I could see the details of the craft. And this craft was so huge that I could not see the whole craft. I could only see what was in my view. Wow. And I would say it was probably about 2 or 3, no, maybe even farther, because the craft was so big. So it was probably up farther than I thought. But to me, it looked like it was about 300 feet away. And it took up the whole view of the sky, so I couldn't see the front end or the back end of the UFO. And what's neat about this experience was that when you have this experience, you think you're crazy. But what confirms it is if somebody else sees it that you don't even know. And there was later a report made to MUFON about, on the same day, the same craft, by someone else who saw it from a farther distance than me. And a craft appeared while I was driving up over a hill, and it was almost like it was interdimensional, like it could fade in and out at will. I think that's what it did. And it faded in just long enough for me to see it. And when I saw it, I said, "Oh," and I made a bad word. I'm not going to repeat the word, but I rarely say bad words. So this was so shocking that all I could think was these bad words, like, "Oh, shoot." That's not the word, but it was close. And I was so shocked by it that I almost ran off the road and hit a mailbox. And so I slammed on the brakes, and then I got back on the road. And what I saw was, if you can imagine Battlestar Galactica, It was like that. It had different sections and panels, and some look worn and old, almost like Star Wars. It was like this ship had really been around space a long time. And what's weird too is that it touched my heart in a way that after I got over the initial shock and got back on the road, I felt so much curiosity that it took over fear. I started driving after the ship. I started driving after it like I could catch up to it to see more. I was not afraid. I didn't want to just go away and disappear. I really wanted to connect with this ship. It was something inside that I just had to get closer to the people on board, which I can't explain to this day. But as I went over the hill, it faded out. It did not allow me to follow it. So that was the last, that was an experience, and there was no more experiences after that. I was dealing with my life after that because the next day my wrist gave out and I ended up having to go on disability, actually, because they could never repair it and I could never use it well again.
In the vast expanse of the universe, where stars are born and die in the blink of an eye, there exists a question that has haunted humanity since we first gazed up at the night sky. Are we alone? The thought of aliens, beings from distant worlds, has sparked our imagination, ignited our fears, and inspired countless stories. But what if these beings, these extraterrestrial entities, are not here to conquer or destroy, but to guide us, to heal us, to awaken us to a higher state of being? What if their purpose intertwines with our own destiny, a tapestry woven across the cosmos? Imagine for a moment that they are not just figments of our imagination or the stuff of science fiction, but real entities existing in dimensions we can barely comprehend. They could be watching us, observing our struggles, our triumphs, our relentless pursuit of meaning in a chaotic world. Perhaps they see the pain we inflict upon one another, the wars fought over resources, the hatred that festers in the hearts of men, and in their infinite wisdom, they understand that we are at a crossroads, teetering on the brink of self-destruction. They know that we have the potential for greatness, for love, for unity, but we are lost in the shadows of our own making. What if these aliens are here to help us awaken to our true selves, to remind us of the interconnectedness of all life, the delicate balance that sustains our planet? They could be the catalysts for a spiritual awakening, urging us to look beyond the material, to seek the divine within ourselves and in each other. They might possess knowledge that transcends our understanding, insights into the nature of consciousness, the fabric of reality, and the power of love. Imagine the healing they could bring, not just to our bodies, but to our minds and spirits, helping us to shed the layers of fear and division that bind us. But where do they come from? Are they from a distant planet, orbiting a star we have yet to discover? Or are they from a realm beyond our perception, existing in a frequency we cannot yet tune into? Perhaps they are us, or rather, a future version of humanity that has transcended the limitations of our current existence. They could be the culmination of our own evolution, returning to guide us through the darkness, to show us the path to enlightenment. In this sense, our destinies are entwined, a cosmic dance of growth and transformation. As we look to the stars, we must also look within. The journey of spiritual awakening is not just about seeking answers in the cosmos. It is about understanding ourselves, our place in the universe, and our relationship with one another. The aliens may hold the keys to unlocking our potential, but it is up to us to embrace that knowledge, to cultivate compassion, empathy, and love. They may show us the way, but we must take the steps ourselves. The healing of the world begins with the healing of the self. Consider the possibility that their arrival is not a harbinger of doom, but a beacon of hope. They could be here to help us confront our darkest fears, to challenge the systems of oppression that have held us captive for so long. They may encourage us to dismantle the barriers we have erected between ourselves and the natural world, to recognize that we are not separate from the earth, but an integral part of it. In their presence, we might find the courage to stand up against injustice, to fight for the voiceless, to protect the planet that sustains us. But what if we reject their message? What if we cling to our old ways, our outdated beliefs, our fears of the unknown? The consequences could be dire. We may continue down a path of destruction, blinded by our arrogance, believing ourselves to be the pinnacle of creation while ignoring the wisdom of the universe. The aliens could be our last chance to awaken, to evolve, to realize that we are not the center of the universe, but a small part of a much larger whole. Our destiny is not predetermined. It is shaped by our choices, our willingness to embrace change, to open our hearts and minds to the possibilities that lie ahead. In this moment of reckoning, we must ask ourselves, are we ready to accept help? Are we willing to embrace the unknown, to step into the light of a new understanding? The aliens may offer us a glimpse of what is possible, but it is up to us to take that leap of faith. We must be willing to let go of our fears, our prejudices, our divisions, and to unite as one people, one planet, one consciousness. The healing of the world is not a solitary endeavor. It is a collective journey, a shared responsibility. As we ponder the existence of these beings, we must also reflect on our own spiritual awakening. It is a process of shedding the layers of conditioning, of awakening to the truth of who we are. We are not just physical beings, we are spiritual beings, capable of love, compassion, and profound connection. The aliens may serve as a reminder of our potential, a reflection of what we can become if we choose to embrace our higher selves. In the end, the question remains, are aliens here to help us? Perhaps the answer lies not in their existence, but in our willingness to accept their guidance. They may be the mirrors that reflect our deepest fears and our greatest hopes, urging us to awaken to the truth of our interconnectedness. Our destinies are entwined, and as we embark on this journey of healing and awakening, we must remember that we are not alone. The universe is vast, and within it lies the potential for transformation, for love, for unity. The choice is ours to make, and the time is now.
I became very ill, and it's a strange illness. I was unable to just gradually, almost suddenly, unable to eat and keep food down. I could not drink except for little sips at a time. And this went on for a course of 3 months, and I was losing weight rapidly because I couldn't eat. I was so sick, and the doctors put me through every test they could. They could not find anything wrong with me. I mean, I had invasive tests, I had experimental drugs. Of course, that really puts a toll on you and makes you worse. So I went to the doctors finally. This was after 3 months, and he saw how much weight I was losing. I was under 100 pounds, which is a lot for someone who's 5'5". And he said to me, I'm sorry, I don't know what else we can do for you. You obviously need to eat. You're getting so weak you can hardly walk here from the parking lot. So he says, in the morning, I want you to think about this. In the morning, I can make the orders, and we're going to put you in the hospital and put you on an IV and possibly a feeding tube. They didn't know what else to do. So being a very spiritual person anyway, I said a prayer to God, asking for his guidance. I didn't ask for help. I was just asking mostly for courage to get through this. And I made a decision to God and myself that I wasn't going to the hospital, because I intuitively felt that if I went to the hospital the next morning, that I'd never be leaving the hospital. I just intuitively felt that that was what was going to happen. And I had children. I needed to be there for them, but instead I put everything in God's hand. I let him decide. I let faith decide what was going to happen to me. I was not giving up. I had a strong will, but I was just asking for guidance and strength to get through my own decision. And then that's when my life changed. I woke up and I found myself on a ship. And long story short, I did see a glimpse that they were indeed non-human. And I was on a table and they were running an object back and forth across my stomach. I had surgery. of which I took pictures of the surgery scar that lasted only 3 days, but I took a picture of it. And not to prove to anybody else that I had been healed, but to prove to myself that I wasn't crazy, that this really happened. And I was put back on my bed, which that woke me up when they dropped me about an inch from my bed when they returned me. And they said to me, I don't know if it was audibly or telepathic, but they said to me, stay off your feet a few days. It's like, that's what a doctor would say, right?
Yeah.
Just stay off your feet a few days.
Wow.
I didn't do that because when I woke up the next morning, which I ended up waking up around 11 o'clock instead of my usual 7 o'clock, I just slept in. I was so tired. I suddenly felt hungry. And I went straight to the refrigerator and started eating everything I could, finding out that I was no longer sick. So I was totally healed. They saved my life, literally. And after that, I had a whole year of sightings that came every 2 weeks, every month, no less than every month for a whole year. I was having sightings. They weren't up close. Some were orbs, like I was being watched. And also during that time, I did have another visitor in my room. They were what we would call the Greys. They visited me 2 weeks later. That scared the heck out of me, and they left after they saw how scared I was. They had immobilized me when I woke up and saw them, probably to protect myself and them.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to do in scary situations like that. And I asked them to go away. I prayed to Jesus to help, and they went away instantly. I don't know what they were doing there. I later realized they weren't there to hurt me. They were probably just observing real close, or who knows what they were doing, but they weren't there to harm me. And so after a year of that experience and a year of sightings, I started getting a lot of synchronicities, like numbers, woken up in the middle of the night with the number 444 on my clock,
Right. Yeah.
which is suspicious, right?
Yeah, definitely.
There's a peculiar magic in the air these days, a whisper that dances just beyond the edge of perception, nudging us toward the extraordinary. It's in the way the universe seems to conspire, weaving threads of coincidence into the fabric of our lives, and it begs the question, are these synchronicities mere happenstance, or are they something more profound? Are they messages from a higher power, perhaps even from extraterrestrial beings, reaching out to us in ways we've yet to fully comprehend? Think about it. You're lost in thought, and suddenly a song plays on the radio that echoes your innermost feelings. You bump into an old friend just when you need their advice. You see the same number everywhere, a number that holds significance for you, and it feels like the universe is tapping you on the shoulder saying, "Hey, pay attention." These moments can feel like breadcrumbs leading us toward a greater understanding, a deeper connection to something beyond ourselves. What if these synchronicities are not just random occurrences, but rather a form of communication? What if they are the universe's way of guiding us, or even the way extraterrestrial beings attempt to make contact? Imagine for a moment that we are not alone in this vast cosmos, that there are intelligences out there, watching, waiting, and perhaps even trying to reach us. It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? Some might dismiss these ideas as fanciful or far-fetched, but consider the countless accounts of alien encounters throughout history. People describe experiences that defy explanation, lights in the sky, strange beings, feelings of being watched or guided. These encounters often leave individuals transformed, as if they've been touched by something divine. Could it be that these beings are not here to harm us, but to help us heal, to awaken us to our true potential? Healing is a powerful concept, and it's one that resonates deeply in our collective consciousness. We live in a world rife with pain and suffering, both on an individual level and as a society. What if these synchronicities are signs that we are not alone in our struggles? What if they are reminders that there is a greater force at play, one that seeks to guide us toward healing and wholeness? When we experience synchronicities, it's as if the universe is affirming our path, encouraging us to trust our intuition and follow our hearts. It's a gentle nudge, a reminder that we are part of something larger, a cosmic tapestry woven with intention and purpose. Perhaps these moments are not just coincidences, but rather invitations to explore the depths of our existence, to question the nature of reality, and to seek connections that transcend the ordinary. But how do we notice these signs? In our fast-paced lives, it's easy to overlook the subtle hints that the universe provides. We're often so consumed by our routines, our distractions, that we fail to see the beauty in the synchronicities unfolding around us. It requires a shift in perspective, a willingness to slow down and be present. It's about cultivating awareness, tuning into the whispers of the universe, and being open to the possibility that there is more to life than meets the eye. Meditation, mindfulness, and reflection can help us attune ourselves to these signs. When we quiet our minds and open our hearts, we create space for the extraordinary to emerge. We begin to notice patterns, coincidences, and connections that we might have previously dismissed. It's in these moments of stillness that we can feel the pulse of the universe, the heartbeat of something greater than ourselves. And what if these synchronicities are indeed a form of contact? What if the beings from other realms are reaching out to us, not with grand gestures, but through the subtlety of everyday life? Perhaps they are waiting for us to recognize their presence, to acknowledge the signs they send our way. It's a humbling thought to consider that we might be part of a cosmic dialogue, a conversation that transcends time and space. This idea of contact raises profound questions about our place in the universe. Are we merely observers, or are we active participants in a grand cosmic play? Are we being called to awaken to our potential, to embrace our role as co-creators of our reality? The synchronicities we experience may be nudges from the universe, urging us to step into our power, to heal ourselves and, in turn, heal the world around us. There's a sense of comfort in believing that we are not alone, that there are forces watching over us, guiding us through the chaos of existence. Whether we attribute these forces to God, the universe, or extraterrestrial beings, the essence remains the same. We are supported, we are loved, and we are part of a greater whole. In moments of despair, when the weight of the world feels unbearable, it's these synchronicities that can serve as beacons of hope. They remind us that there is a thread connecting us all, a web of existence that transcends our individual struggles. They whisper that we are not isolated beings, but rather integral parts of a vast interconnected cosmos. So the next time you find yourself marveling at a serendipitous moment, take a moment to pause and reflect. What is the universe trying to tell you? What connections are being forged in that instant? Are you being called to heal, to grow, to awaken? Perhaps these synchronicities are more than just signs. They are invitations to explore the depths of our existence, to embrace the mystery of life, and to recognize the divine dance that unfolds around us. In the end, whether these signs come from God, the universe, or beings from distant worlds, the message remains clear. We are not alone. We are part of a grand tapestry woven with intention and purpose, and every synchronicity is a reminder of the magic that exists within and around us. So let us open our hearts and minds, embrace the signs, and embark on this journey of discovery together. In the vast expanse of the universe, where stars twinkle like distant memories and galaxies swirl in a cosmic dance, there exists a realm of healing that transcends the limitations of our earthly understanding. It is a realm where the ethereal beings from Arcturus, known as Arcturian angels, extend their luminous hands to guide us on our journey of healing and transformation. These celestial entities, with their deep blue light and profound wisdom, are not just figments of our imagination. They are real, and they are here to assist us in navigating the complexities of our existence. Healing in this context is not merely the absence of pain or illness. It is a holistic process that encompasses the mind, body, and spirit. It is a return to wholeness, a reconnection with our true selves, and a reclamation of our innate power. The Arcturians, with their advanced understanding of energy and consciousness, offer us tools and techniques to facilitate this healing process. They remind us that we are not alone in our struggles. We are surrounded by a network of support that spans dimensions and realities. To begin this journey of healing, one must first cultivate an awareness of the energies that surround us. The Arcturians often communicate through subtle vibrations, intuitive nudges, and dreams. They invite us to quiet our minds and open our hearts, allowing their energy to flow through us. This can be achieved through meditation, where we create a sacred space within ourselves, free from distractions and filled with intention. As we breathe deeply, we can visualize a brilliant blue light enveloping us, a light that resonates with the frequency of the Arcturians. This light serves as a conduit for healing, washing over us and dissolving the barriers we have built around our hearts. In this state of receptivity, we may begin to receive messages from our spirit guides, those benevolent beings who have chosen to accompany us on our earthly journey. They are our protectors, our mentors, and our cheerleaders, guiding us toward our highest potential. The Arcturians often work in tandem with these guides, amplifying their messages and helping us to decipher the signs that the universe presents. It is essential to trust this process, to believe that we are worthy of receiving their guidance and support. As we deepen our connection with the Arcturians and our spirit guides, we may find ourselves drawn to specific healing practices that resonate with our unique energy. These practices can take many forms: crystal healing, sound therapy, energy work, or even simple acts of self-care. Each of these modalities serves as a bridge, allowing us to access the higher frequencies of healing that the Arcturians embody. For instance, working with crystals such as lapis lazuli or blue kyanite can enhance our connection to the Arcturian energy, amplifying our intentions and facilitating deep emotional release. Sound therapy, too, plays a crucial role in this healing journey. The Arcturians are known for their use of sound frequencies to heal and uplift. By incorporating singing bowls, tuning forks, or even our own voices into our practice, we can create a vibrational resonance that aligns with the healing energies of the universe. As we allow these sounds to wash over us, we may experience a profound sense of release, as if layers of old wounds and traumas are being gently peeled away, revealing the radiant essence of who we truly are. It is important to remember that healing is not a linear process. It is a spiral, a journey that unfolds in layers. There may be moments of discomfort, times when we confront the shadows that linger within us. The Arcturians encourage us to embrace these moments, to view them as opportunities for growth and transformation. They remind us that healing is not about erasing our pain, but about integrating it, learning from it, and ultimately transcending it. In this way, we become alchemists of our own experiences, turning lead into gold, pain into wisdom. As we continue to work with the Arcturians and our spirit guides, we may also find ourselves called to share our healing journey with others. This is a natural progression, as the energy of healing is meant to flow freely, touching the lives of those around us. Whether through teaching, writing, or simply being a beacon of light in our communities, we can inspire others to embark on their own paths of healing. The Arcturians support this sharing, encouraging us to step into our roles as healers and lightworkers, knowing that our collective energy amplifies the healing potential for all. In moments of doubt or uncertainty, it is vital to return to the core of our connection with the Arcturians. We can call upon them for assistance, asking for clarity and guidance as we navigate the complexities of our lives. They are always present, ready to assist us in aligning with our highest selves. By setting clear intentions and remaining open to their guidance, we can cultivate a relationship that is both nurturing and empowering. Ultimately, healing from the Arcturians and our spirit guides is a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. It is about reclaiming our sovereignty, recognizing that we are co-creators of our reality. As we heal, we not only transform ourselves but also contribute to the collective healing of humanity. The Arcturians remind us that we are all interconnected, that our healing ripples out into the universe, touching the lives of countless others. So, as we embark on this journey of healing, let us embrace the support of the Arcturians and our spirit guides. Let us open our hearts to their wisdom, allowing their energy to flow through us as we navigate the complexities of our existence. Together, we can create a tapestry of healing that transcends time and space, a testament to the power of love, light, and the infinite possibilities that await us in the cosmos.
So, and then after about a year, I started having visitations. And the first visitations I got was from a spiritual guide. I would say they said they were from Arcturus, or the Arcturian High Council. And they did some kind of a heart initiation with me where they expanded my heart chakra, which allowed me to see life from a different reality, see life from the aspect of love, which changes everything. And a few months after that, they initiated and helped facilitate a Kundalini awakening within me, which in Christian terms, it may, I'm not positive, but it may be the same as what's written about in the texts about the Holy Spirit, or the gift of the Holy Spirit.
In the vast expanse of the universe, where stars twinkle like distant dreams and galaxies swirl in a cosmic dance, lies a profound question that has captivated humanity for centuries. Are we alone? The search for extraterrestrial life has taken many forms, from scientific exploration to the whispers of conspiracy theories. Yet, amidst all the noise, a beacon of hope shines through the work of Dr. Stephen Greer and the protocols he has developed for what he calls Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, or CE5. This is not merely a quest for evidence of alien life. It is an invitation to engage, to communicate, and to connect with beings from beyond our world. Dr. Greer, a former emergency room physician turned ufologist, has dedicated his life to unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos and our place within it. He believes that the key to making contact lies not in advanced technology or elaborate machinery, but in the power of human consciousness. Through meditation and focused intention, he posits that we can reach out to extraterrestrial civilizations, inviting them to join us in a dialogue that transcends the limitations of language and culture. This is where the CE5 protocols come into play, a structured approach to establishing contact that emphasizes the importance of mental clarity, emotional openness, and spiritual alignment. The CE5 protocols consist of several key components, each designed to prepare the individual for the experience of contact. First and foremost is the practice of meditation. This is not just any meditation. It is a deep, intentional practice that allows the individual to quiet the mind, open the heart, and elevate their consciousness. In this state of heightened awareness, one can begin to visualize the intention of contact, sending out waves of energy and thought into the cosmos. It is a form of telepathy, a universal language that transcends the barriers of time and space. As one delves deeper into the CE5 experience, the importance of group dynamics becomes evident. Dr. Greer emphasizes the power of collective intention, suggesting that when a group of like-minded individuals comes together with a shared goal, the energy generated can amplify the potential for contact. This is where Rae Dove enters the narrative, a passionate advocate for the CE5 movement who has taken Dr. Greer's teachings and expanded upon them. Rae has developed her own set of protocols, which she refers to as the Dove method, designed to enhance the individual and collective experience of making contact. Rae's approach builds upon the foundational principles established by Dr. Greer, but she adds a unique twist. She emphasizes the importance of emotional resonance, encouraging participants to cultivate feelings of love, gratitude, and joy as they prepare for contact. According to Rae, these elevated emotions create a vibrational frequency that is more likely to attract benevolent extraterrestrial beings. It's a beautiful concept, really. By embodying the very qualities we wish to encounter in others, we align ourselves with the cosmic energies that surround us. In Rae's workshops, participants engage in guided meditations, visualizations, and group discussions, all aimed at fostering a sense of community and shared purpose. They learn to set intentions, not just for contact, but for healing, understanding, and peace. The idea is that when we approach the universe with an open heart and a clear mind, we become conduits for communication, bridging the gap between worlds. As the group gathers under the night sky, the stars twinkling above like a celestial audience, the atmosphere is charged with anticipation. Each participant takes a moment to reflect on their personal intentions, to visualize the beings they wish to connect with, and to send out their thoughts into the vast unknown. It's a sacred ritual, a moment of vulnerability and hope, as they collectively reach out to the cosmos, inviting the unknown to respond. But what happens next is often beyond comprehension. Participants report experiences that range from subtle energy shifts to profound encounters. Some see lights dancing in the sky, while others feel a deep sense of connection, as if they are being watched or acknowledged by an unseen presence. These experiences can be transformative, shifting one's perspective on existence and our place in the universe. It's as if, for a brief moment, the veil between worlds is lifted, and the possibilities of connection become tangible. Yet, the journey doesn't end with the experience of contact. Dr. Greer and Rae Dove both emphasize the importance of integration, of processing what has occurred and understanding its implications. This is where the true work begins, as individuals are called to reflect on their experiences and consider how they can contribute to a greater understanding of our place in the cosmos. It's not just about making contact, it's about fostering a sense of responsibility and stewardship for the planet and its inhabitants. The CE5 protocols and the teachings of Rae Dove invite us to consider a new paradigm of existence, one where we are not isolated beings wandering through the universe, but interconnected threads in a vast tapestry of life. By embracing meditation, intention, and emotional resonance, we can open ourselves to the possibility of contact, not just with extraterrestrial beings, but with the deeper aspects of ourselves. It's a journey of self-discovery, of awakening to the realization that we are all part of something much larger than ourselves. In a world often filled with division and fear, the CE5 movement offers a glimmer of hope, a reminder that connection is possible, both with one another and with the cosmos. As we continue to explore the mysteries of existence, let us remember the power of our thoughts, the strength of our intentions, and the beauty of our shared humanity. The stars are waiting, and perhaps, just perhaps, they are listening.
And then after that, I got involved with Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, or CE5. And I was directed to Dr. Joseph Burks, from a representative from MUFON in the Tri-County area here, in Ventura, Los Angeles areas. And they directed me to Dr. Joseph Burks, and he guided me through the initial phases of contact. And I realized and found out that CE5 has protocols to contact extraterrestrials. They have protocols written. But what I found out was that before I even knew about CE5, I was already connecting with ETs, initiating contact with ETs with my own methods, just intuitively. This is before I even knew what CE5. And then I realized, oh, these are similar, the way I contact the extraterrestrials to CE5. So that is how I started. And this was, this all started in 2013. So it's been, 9-10 years since my Kundalini awakening. And, you know, once your Kundalini awakening happens, it's 24/7. As it guides you through the process of, I don't know for a better word, ascension.
Kundalini awakening is a concept that has fascinated seekers of spiritual truth for centuries, a journey that delves deep into the essence of human consciousness. At its core, it represents the unearthing of a dormant energy coiled at the base of the spine, often likened to a serpent waiting to be awakened. This energy, when activated, is said to rise through the chakras, the energy centers aligned along the spine, leading to profound transformations in perception, awareness, and existence itself. The process is not merely a mystical experience. It is a profound shift in the way one interacts with the world, a reawakening of the soul to its true potential. Achieving a Kundalini awakening is not a simple task. It requires dedication, discipline, and a willingness to confront the depths of one's own being. Many paths can lead to this awakening, but they often involve practices such as meditation, yoga, breathwork, and self-inquiry. Each of these practices serves as a tool to quiet the mind, open the heart, and prepare the body to receive the energy that lies within. It is said that when the Kundalini energy rises, it can lead to experiences of bliss, heightened intuition, and a sense of unity with the universe. However, it can also be overwhelming, as the energy can stir up unresolved emotions and traumas, forcing the individual to confront aspects of themselves they may have long buried. The journey of awakening is deeply personal, and it varies from one individual to another. Some may experience a sudden, intense awakening, while others may find it to be a gradual unfolding. The key is to remain open and receptive, allowing the energy to flow naturally without forcing it. This is where the practice of surrender becomes essential. Surrendering to the process means trusting that the universe has a plan for you, that each experience, whether blissful or challenging, is part of your growth. It is a dance between effort and ease, between striving and allowing. As the Kundalini energy ascends, it is said to activate the higher chakras, leading to experiences of heightened consciousness and spiritual insight. This is where the concept of ascension comes into play. Ascension is often described as a process of spiritual evolution, a shift from a lower state of awareness to a higher one. It is about transcending the limitations of the ego and embracing a more expansive view of reality. In this state, individuals may feel a deep connection to the cosmos, a sense of oneness with all living beings, and an understanding of their place within the grand tapestry of existence. Many believe that this heightened state of awareness allows for contact with higher beings or entities from other dimensions. These beings, often referred to as guides, angels, or extraterrestrial intelligences, are thought to exist in realms beyond our physical reality. They are believed to possess wisdom and knowledge that can aid us on our spiritual journey. When one's consciousness expands through Kundalini awakening and ascension, it is said that the barriers between dimensions become more permeable, allowing for communication and connection with these higher beings. However, it is essential to approach this aspect of the journey with discernment. Not all experiences of contact are benevolent, and it is crucial to cultivate a strong sense of inner guidance and protection. Grounding practices, such as connecting with nature, setting intentions, and maintaining a clear and open heart, can help navigate the complexities of these interactions. It is also vital to remember that the ultimate goal of Kundalini awakening and ascension is not merely to contact higher beings, but to deepen one's understanding of oneself and one's relationship with the universe. The journey of awakening can be both exhilarating and daunting. As the Kundalini energy rises, it can bring to the surface fears, insecurities, and unresolved issues that may have been hidden away. This process of purging can be uncomfortable, but it is also a necessary part of the transformation. It is an invitation to heal, to release what no longer serves you, and to embrace the fullness of your being. The more one allows this energy to flow, the more one can experience the profound joy and liberation that comes with it. In the midst of this journey, it is essential to cultivate a sense of community and support. Sharing experiences with others who are on a similar path can provide validation and encouragement. Whether through group meditations, workshops, or online forums, connecting with like-minded individuals can help navigate the complexities of the awakening process. It is a reminder that you are not alone in your journey, that others have walked this path before you and have emerged transformed. As one continues to explore the depths of their being, the understanding of reality begins to shift. The boundaries of self dissolve, and the illusion of separation fades away. In this state, the individual may come to realize that they are not just a solitary being, but a part of a vast, interconnected web of existence. This realization can lead to a profound sense of purpose and a desire to contribute positively to the world. It is a call to embody love, compassion, and understanding, to be a beacon of light in a world that often feels dark and chaotic. Ultimately, the journey of Kundalini awakening and ascension is about returning to the essence of who you are. It is about peeling away the layers of conditioning, belief systems, and societal expectations to reveal the pure, unadulterated spirit within. It is a journey of self-discovery, healing, and transformation, one that invites you to embrace the fullness of your being and to step into your power as a co-creator of your reality. As you navigate this path, remember to honor your unique experience, to trust the process, and to remain open to the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. The universe is vast, and so too is your potential. Embrace it fully and let the journey unfold.
But I am still in contact with ETs, and I have certain ETs that I connect with. I don't necessarily know their names, but I know what groups some of them are from, and I know them by their vibration, their signature vibration or energy.
Okay.
It's kind of like when you go, for some people that are very sensitive, you'll be in a room and then you all of a sudden know that somebody you know and love is in the same room, you know, intuitively. So you're picking up on their signature vibration. You don't need to see their face. You just know they're there. That's what it's like.
Sure. Okay. So these ETs, I mean, where are they from? Are they from here, or do they live on another reality? How do you explain it?
Yes and no. Some are from, so you look at our worlds, the universe in dimensions. First, second, third, fourth. Obviously, Earth now is in the third dimension, moving into the fourth dimension. Then you have, on top of that, you have interdimensions, okay? Of which there's many levels of interdimensions. So this might blow a few minds, but Earth in the third dimension also exists in the fourth and fifth dimensions.
Yeah.
It's moving into those dimensions. And so your own reality that you perceive, I could be perceiving the third dimension, yet peeking into the fourth dimension at the same time. It all depends on where our consciousness goes.
Okay.
So some of these ETs are from other dimensions, and what they have to do is dial down their higher vibrations and frequencies to match with ours as we raise ours, so you meet in the middle. Sometimes when you can't meet them in the middle and they're of a higher vibration and frequency, we physically can't handle it, and we might feel sick or ill to the stomach or in our head, or feel dizzy, which has happened to me a few times. Yeah, so they are from other dimensions, they are from other galaxies. It's all of the above. The ones that are now prepping to make first open contact with humanity already have ships above our space. They're all here, and those ships are probably partially third dimensional or fourth dimensional and partially higher vibrational dimensions, so they can fade in and out just like the one that I saw. But the people aboard are probably fourth and fifth dimension people. They're higher states of consciousness.
So in order for us to contact or communicate with them, we have to raise our own
we don't have to, but it helps you from feeling ill. I don't think this was the Lancashire one, but it was an event where soldiers found a UFO in the forest, and I thought that was also in the UK, but I'm not sure. Was that?
That's
and that they
and
they touched the side of the ship, and they got sick and started throwing up. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and they also one of them download of binary code.
Yes. Okay, so those soldiers more than likely got sick because of the higher frequency that their body was not able to handle. So what I'm saying is that, yeah, they can still appear, but as long as you keep a distance, you're not going to be affected physically. But those that are able to raise their own vibrations through practice can handle those frequencies better.
That's interesting, because the soldiers, all of them that encountered this craft at Rendlesham Forest in England, they've all been medically retired by the US Air Force. They've all had really bad illness from having this contact with this craft. Like one of them touched it, got this binary code download, but was unwell as well for a long time. So I guess they weren't prepared, is what you were saying. I mean, they were. I guess they were on an Air Force base in 1980. The Cold War's happening, probably thinking it's going to be a Russians. And that's what they're expecting, not a UFO. So I just wondered, we are planning to take a team there to try a CE5 process. Also to investigate the area. What should we do to prepare ourselves so that we don't end up, ill?
One thing you can do is, and I've had experience with this recently, is, and also learned in the past from the ET contact groups, the Rama mission, and they got that figured out, is diet. So 3 days, 3 to 5 days. Most people can only do 3 days. 3 days before you go, what will help you physically adapt is your diet. Don't eat meat. Okay. Meat slows down your digestion. It's harder to digest. It also slightly lowers the vibration.
Okay.
And then the day before, it's almost like fasting. But if you're hypoglycemic or you have low blood sugar, don't fast. Just eat a lot of fruit juices, nuts, just all natural foods. All natural foods like fruits, easy to digest vegetables. Do not eat root vegetables, because those are very those are lower vibrational. So fruits and vegetables, some vegetables are high vibrational, so your body matches that vibration of the fruit. And the nuts and seeds can help you with feeling fuller. You can also have honey. And so just fasting in this way will help prepare you from anybody having digestive problems. And it also helps the extraterrestrials feel more comfortable connecting with you, because they know you've prepared. And how do they know this? Well, they're telepathic. They know. They can feel your vibration as well. Almost like a magnometer that we have. You multiply that by 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 years, and that's the efficiency of their magnometers on us, on the planet. Right. It's way beyond our technology, but to just think of it that way. That's how they can zoom in on a planet. And this is interesting, is people that are very high vibrational are going through spiritual awakenings, especially Kundalini awakenings. It creates a light in your body, and that light is detectable by the extraterrestrials. Wow. Telepathically, empathically, and with their instruments. And that attracts them, saying, oh, this person might be ready for contact.
Excellent. Okay. And what about staying away from alcohol, things like that?
That's a given.
Yeah.
Now, some people use ayahuasca to get in touch with some beings and to help discover themselves. That's an experience. And I'm not saying it's bad. Some people, that's part of their life path, is to experience what that has to show them. But to become dependent on that, that's another story. When doing contact with ETs, it is best not to touch alcohol. Don't go to the pub first and have a pint or two. Don't smoke marijuana. Don't vape. Even cigarettes, unless you're a very nervous person, I suppose, and you have to. But all of those substances, including too much caffeine,
Sure.
can affect your perception of what's happening.
Right.
So, and it can also increase your own fears. So if someone's afraid of ETs and they decide to have some marijuana or a couple beers or ayahuasca or other mind-altering drugs, if they are of a lower vibration and their mindset is not correct, then it might attract the wrong ETs. It might attract the wrong energies that are really, really scary. So you want to keep yourself pure, and that's who you attract.
Okay, so we got to be careful.
Yeah, just a little.
Too much coffee. Yeah, because we don't want to attract the wrong type of ETs. I mean, so in that case, so you're saying there's light and there's dark in these entities? Is that correct?
Most of the entities, well, let's call them extraterrestrials. I'd say 99% of the extraterrestrials that I know of are here to do no harm.
Okay.
So even if you attract them, then that's fine. But it's harder for them to approach you telepathically if your mind is all over the place with your own lower vibrations, thinking about scary things.
Sure.
Yeah, so we'll go with that.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay. And if we do experience something, I mean, we're planning to film it. Will that be an issue?
No, I would talk to your camera people, talk to everybody, have a meeting first. And it works like this: collective energy. So even if you have a sound guy or a camera person who has no idea what Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind is, or the protocols or methods of ET contact is, it's okay for them to be there. But just keep in mind that you want to pick a person who's open to the experience. Absolutely. If someone is too fearful, that might lower the collective vibration and frequency, and it makes it harder for them to approach you. So it's okay if nobody knows anything. It's okay if they're newbies. Just they need to have the energy, idea of being open to what they may experience.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because energy and the frequencies, we're talking beyond quantum physics. We're talking beyond it. And as you know, quantum physics essentially is that you cannot see. We'll go deeper than that. And it's like we as beings, them as beings, turn that inside out and as the bigger thing, because the reality is the smallest particle you cannot see, turned inside out. That is the reality. It's kind of like Doctor Who's telephone box. It's bigger on the inside. So keeping that in mind, that's how energies, even though you can't see it, that's how the collective energies of all the people that are at the CE5 will effect contact. So everybody just needs to be positive and open to what may happen. That's all they need.
Okay, that's brilliant. So we don't need any bad vibrations, bad feelings, because they will kind of drag us down.
No, and if somebody's feeling scared or down in a mood that day, something happened at work or whatever, you as the leader of the contact group can help raise their vibration with smiles that raises your vibration. You can help raise their vibration with playing some good music, soulful music. Bring a guitar, play your own music. Don't play anything negative. Do positive energy music. There's things you can do. That's why when we do CE5 protocols, sometimes people are bringing a drum to do a drum circle. Some are saging. Some are playing a music bowl. Some are meditating. I mean, if you can't meditate, that's okay too. Just raise your vibrations and be open. But meditation is essentially bringing your focus on one thing. So it's nothing super religious or spiritual. I mean, it is spiritual because you're going within, but meditation is essentially a tool to focus on one thing. And what one thing do you want to focus on? Welcoming extraterrestrial and asking for their assistance.
That's brilliant.
In whatever it is. So in that case, meditation is very helpful as well to help raise the vibration. You want everybody on the same page. It's like an orchestra playing. Every person in the band, every person in the orchestra is working together. It's like synchronized swimming in the Olympics. That's what you want, a synchronization. Even for the people that are observing with cameras, their synchronization needs to be there too.
Okay, thank you. Just going on a little bit, I don't know if you can answer this, but what about, how does the supernatural fit into this, ghosts and things like that? Are we dealing with the same realities, the same ETs, or is it something different?
They're different frequencies. If you want to talk to them, you just kind of zoom into their frequencies. I've had some experience with that, supernatural. Even past loved ones have come to me. Sometimes that I can see, and sometimes it's like, telepathic, not telepathically, but in spirit, and you're picking up on the spirit. It's not anything to fear. They're in a different state of being. They're in the spirit form, and spirit form can't harm a three-dimensional person. The fear is in our minds. So I don't fear them, and I never have. As far as the supernatural, many spirits that were humans here are still here because for some reason, something's holding them back from passing on to their next experience. And sometimes people that are psychic can help them.
In the vast tapestry of folklore and cryptozoology, few figures loom as large as Sasquatch and the Yeti. These enigmatic beings, often relegated to the realm of myth, have sparked countless debates and investigations. Are they merely the products of human imagination, or do they represent something far more profound? The question of their existence leads us down a rabbit hole of theories that intertwine the paranormal, the interdimensional, and even the extraterrestrial. Let's start with the basics. Sasquatch, often referred to as Bigfoot, is said to inhabit the dense forests of North America, while the Yeti, or the abominable snowman, is believed to roam the icy heights of the Himalayas. Both share a common thread. They are elusive, rarely seen, and often dismissed as hoaxes or misidentifications of known animals. Yet, the persistence of their legends speaks to something deeper. Could it be that these creatures are not just animals, but beings that exist on a different plane of reality? The idea of interdimensional beings is not new. It's a concept that has been explored in science fiction and metaphysical discussions for decades. What if Sasquatch and the Yeti are not bound by the same physical laws that govern our world? What if they possess the ability to shift between dimensions, slipping in and out of our reality at will? This notion opens up a realm of possibilities. Imagine a creature that has evolved not just physically, but also metaphysically, developing a consciousness that allows it to navigate the fabric of existence itself. Some theorists suggest that these beings may have a unique form of communication, one that transcends spoken language. If they can indeed switch dimensions, perhaps they can also communicate with entities from other realms, including extraterrestrials. The idea that Sasquatch and the Yeti could serve as intermediaries between humans and aliens is both fascinating and unsettling. What knowledge might they possess? What secrets of the universe could they share? Consider the reports of strange lights in the sky often accompanying Sasquatch sightings. Could these be more than mere coincidences? Some believe that these creatures are not just hiding from us, they are actively engaging with extraterrestrial beings. The thought that they might have evolved to interact with advanced civilizations raises profound questions about the nature of intelligence and consciousness. Are we, as humans, the pinnacle of evolution, or are we merely one branch on a vast tree of life that includes beings capable of interdimensional travel and communication with otherworldly entities? The implications of such a reality are staggering. If Sasquatch and the Yeti are indeed interdimensional beings, it challenges our understanding of existence itself. It suggests that there are layers of reality that we have yet to comprehend, dimensions that coexist alongside our own, populated by beings that have mastered the art of slipping between them. This could explain why they remain so elusive, why they seem to appear and disappear without a trace. They are not just hiding. They are navigating a complex web of realities that we cannot perceive. Furthermore, the idea that these beings can communicate with extraterrestrials adds another layer of intrigue. It raises the possibility that they possess knowledge about the cosmos that we, as a species, are only beginning to grasp. What if they are guardians of ancient wisdom, protectors of secrets that could unlock the mysteries of the universe? The thought that they might be conduits for information from other dimensions or civilizations is both exhilarating and terrifying. Skeptics will argue that there is no concrete evidence to support these claims. They will point to the lack of physical proof, the absence of clear photographs, and the myriad of hoaxes that have plagued the field of cryptozoology. But what if the evidence we seek is not of the physical kind? What if the true nature of Sasquatch and the Yeti lies in our collective consciousness, in the stories we tell and the myths we create? Perhaps they are reflections of our own fears and desires, manifestations of our longing for connection with something greater than ourselves. In many cultures, these beings are seen as guardians of the wilderness, protectors of nature. They embody the spirit of the wild, the untamed forces of the earth. If they are indeed interdimensional, perhaps they serve as a reminder of the interconnectedness of all life, a bridge between our world and the unknown. Their existence challenges us to look beyond the surface, to question our understanding of reality, and to explore the possibilities that lie beyond the veil of our perception. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of Sasquatch and the Yeti, we must confront our own beliefs about existence. Are we alone in the universe, or are we surrounded by beings that defy our understanding? The search for these creatures is not just a quest for proof, it is a journey into the heart of what it means to be human, to seek knowledge, and to yearn for connection. In the end, whether Sasquatch and the Yeti are paranormal entities, interdimensional travelers, or simply figments of our imagination, they serve a vital purpose. They challenge us to expand our horizons, to question the nature of reality, and to embrace the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. Perhaps they are not just creatures to be hunted or studied, but teachers, guiding us toward a greater awareness of the universe and our place within it. So, the next time you hear a rustle in the woods or catch a glimpse of something out of the corner of your eye, remember that the world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. Sasquatch and the Yeti may be more than just legends. They may hold the keys to unlocking the secrets of existence itself. And in that pursuit, we may find not only the truth about them, but also the truth about ourselves.
Okay. And what about, I don't know if you know anything about, what about cryptids like Sasquatch, Yeti? Are these...
I never believed in them until recently. I mean,
Okay.
I just put out a film of, I just put out a mini documentary about them because it was recent. I'm a curious, I have a lot of curiosity within me, and I always want to know the truth. And I've heard so many stories about Sasquatch that I decided to put it to the test. And that's what I did recently, about 2-3 months ago. And what I found out was that, yes, they are real. They're very real. They are interdimensional. They can slip in and out of our dimension. And the reason why they're hard to find is because they're slipping around, evading us. Because why? Because what they tell me, I channeled one of them, and he told me that throughout the ages, over hundreds of years, humans have been trying to trap them. Some have tried to shoot them. So they are actually the original hominids of the planet Earth. And this is what I found out. And throughout the hundreds of thousands of years, they've developed these abilities because they are so close to nature. And they are here to help protect the planet as much as they can. They are also connected with extraterrestrials because they've reached the ability to slip between dimensions. It's only reasonable that they would have at one point have contact with extraterrestrials. So the extraterrestrials, some are helping them. Now, it's not to say that all Sasquatch are able to slip between dimensions to avoid unnecessary contact with humans. There may be some that are not able to do that, but the ones that can slip between dimensions, I believe are helping those Sasquatch that cannot, to protect them. It's their brothers and sisters, it's their cousins. They're taking care of them by helping them, hiding evidence when they pass away. Physically, they're hiding their evidence so that we cannot find it, because most humans are not ready for it. But they are there, and they are very hurt emotionally. They're highly emotional. They are very hurt because of what humans have been doing. You've seen the television shows, Bigfoot Hunters. I don't know if that's the name of the show, but you know the shows. And they depict the Bigfoot incorrectly, that they're scary, drooling monsters. And they're not. They're not. And that hurts them. It's what I kind of see it as the Native Americans of this continent, the United States, and other indigenous peoples. Some humans have pushed them out of their homeland. They've been racist towards them. So this is how the Bigfoot, I believe, kind of feel. They feel hurt.
Yeah, understandably. Especially when the planet's being destroyed as well, and their habitat.
Yeah, they're very emotional about that.
I bet, yeah. Custodians of the land.
Exactly. That's what they say they are.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so we're going to go off now to Rendlesham Forest.
Yes.
And, we're going to do a CE5, investigate the area, and see what we can manifest or invite into the forest. And, as I've spoken to people who have gone to the forest after the 1980 incident and have had experiences. They've seen all.
So that's where you want to set up your CE5 circle.
Yeah.
Where the most energy and the most sightings are. That's what I would advise.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and these are very credible people have gone and, witnessed UFOs, orbs, strange lights, and, paranormal. They've had some, one guy, an ex-police officer, he just saw and heard stones just coming out of nowhere, thumping on the ground. So it seems
they do have a sense. I was going to say, it's possible to find out if Sasquatch have been there too, because I'm sure this is true with other extraterrestrials, not just a Sasquatch, but they have a sense of humor, and sometimes they make themselves known with stones, branches moving, strange noises. But I think it's funny.
Sure, because there have been sightings of a kind of English Bigfoot. It's called
There you go. Yeah.
called the Black Shook.
Is that in the same area?
It's in the same forest, yeah.
That's why I said that. When as soon as you said that, I kind of like
Mm.
intuitively picked up that there's Bigfoot there or Sasquatch are there.
What does it mean to evolve, to transcend the physical, to shed the skin of our earthly existence and rise, like a phoenix, into a realm of pure spirit? It's a question that dances on the edges of our collective consciousness, a whisper that beckons us to look beyond the mundane, beyond the chaos that often defines our lives. We stand at a precipice, teetering between the tangible and the ethereal, and the future stretches out before us like an uncharted cosmos, filled with the potential for both salvation and destruction. Imagine a time when humanity has shed its limitations, when we no longer define ourselves by the boundaries of flesh and bone. What if our essence could merge with the universe, intertwining with the stars, with the very fabric of existence? Could we become one with our alien cousins, those beings who perhaps already exist in a state of divine consciousness? What if they are waiting for us, not as conquerors or saviors, but as fellow travelers on this cosmic journey? To reach this place, this state of being where we are no longer shackled by our fears, our prejudices, our insatiable desires, we must first confront the darkness within us. We must acknowledge the shadows that lurk in the corners of our minds, the anger, the hatred, the greed that has driven us to the brink of self-destruction. It is a daunting task to face the very essence of what makes us human, but it is a necessary one. We cannot hope to evolve into pure spirit if we cling to the chains of our past, if we allow the darkness to define our future. But how do we do this? How do we transcend? Perhaps it begins with love. Love, in its purest form, is a force that transcends time and space. It is the light that pierces through the darkest of nights, the warmth that ignites the coldest of hearts. If we can learn to love ourselves, to love each other, to love the very planet that sustains us, we can begin to illuminate the path toward our evolution. Love is the bridge that connects us to one another, to the universe, to the divine. It is the thread that weaves the tapestry of existence, binding us together in a shared experience of being. Yet, love alone may not be enough. We must also cultivate awareness, a deep understanding of our interconnectedness. We are not isolated beings, but rather nodes in a vast network of life. Every action we take reverberates through the cosmos, creating ripples that can either uplift or destroy. To evolve, we must awaken to this truth, to recognize that our choices matter, that they have consequences that extend far beyond our immediate surroundings. It is in this awareness that we can begin to dismantle the structures of oppression, of inequality, of division that have plagued humanity for centuries. As we embark on this journey of evolution, we must also confront the question of whether humanity can be saved from itself. Can we rise above the chaos, the fear, the despair that often threatens to consume us? It is a question that has haunted us throughout history, a question that has sparked countless debates, wars, and movements. But perhaps the answer lies not in the grand gestures, but in the small, everyday acts of kindness and compassion. It is in the moments when we choose to extend a hand to a stranger, to listen to a friend in need, to stand up against injustice, that we begin to carve a path toward a brighter future. Good and light can overcome evil and darkness, but it requires a collective effort. It requires us to unite, to stand together as one human family, to recognize that our differences are not barriers, but rather the colors that enrich the tapestry of life. We must learn to celebrate our diversity, to embrace the myriad of perspectives that exist within our world. It is in this celebration that we can find strength, that we can rise above the divisive narratives that seek to tear us apart. And what of our alien cousins? What role do they play in our evolution? Perhaps they are not so different from us after all. Perhaps they too are grappling with their own darkness, their own struggles for enlightenment. If we are to evolve into a state of divine consciousness, we must be willing to extend our understanding beyond the confines of our planet. We must be open to the possibility that we are not alone in this universe, that there are other beings, other civilizations, who share our hopes and dreams, our fears and failures. In this cosmic dance, we are all interconnected, all part of a greater whole. Our destiny may very well lie among the stars, but it begins here, on this fragile blue planet. We must cultivate a sense of stewardship for our world, recognizing that it is not merely a resource to be exploited, but a living entity that deserves our respect and care. As we nurture our planet, we nurture ourselves, paving the way for a future where humanity can thrive in harmony with the universe. So, will we evolve into pure spirit? Will we transcend the limitations of our physical existence and embrace our destiny among the stars? The answer lies within us, in our capacity for love, awareness, and unity. It is a journey fraught with challenges, but it is also one filled with hope. As we navigate the complexities of our existence, let us remember that we are not alone. We are part of something greater, a cosmic tapestry woven from the threads of countless lives, all striving for the same light. Together, we can reach that place, that state of divine consciousness, where good and light triumph over evil and darkness, and where we can finally embrace our true essence as beings of spirit, united in the vastness of the cosmos.